When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual opportunities when come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win, so it'll be a fun individual matchup.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Snagged in the middle, it's Harrell. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Quick strike complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Clemson Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him. And if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Turning it on! All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Pitch up the first down, still moving. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw. It's Croman Hope. Snagged out of the air. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Running to Green. Quarterback's got the 1st. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time. Out on the perimeter of the field, still he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looking for a man, it's Denson. It's complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, big moment in recruiting last week, 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's short. And the returner will be dragged down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Coleman Hope. Makes the grab. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets a block. They finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And I feel like this defense is starting to cook up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got a man. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because 1st and 2nd down was ugly. And they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down.
Makes the grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Quarterback looks for a little space. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Denson, extending the play. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. That should be the final play of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable 1st half so far in Starkville.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Looking for more room. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Barrels ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldog. Extra point here will tie the game. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
That's caught. It's Hamilton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. The give on the inside. He's in open space downfield. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Flips it out in the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Makes the grab. It's Maryland. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
Dances away to buy time. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to punch it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Pocket breaking down. Somehow fits it into that traffic. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Scanning the field, it's Denson. He's moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Clemson! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds his tight end. There he goes. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Fires to the tight end. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. Fires to the big fella.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete to the left. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harrell. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got his man. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team following on the football.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be